Repensa pastoviai įmeta į YouTube savo, kokį mes ten paskui žiūrėjom apie mašinas elektrinės, paskui žiūrėjom apie kodėl žolė ten paišo žaliai, kodėl jo elektrinės mašinas ten tūkstančiai stovi tiesiog, kodėl plantina jo metalinius strypus, jo ir viskas pagal idėją iš esmės, kad pasimt kažkokią ar finansavimą, ar kad galėtum ten instruktoriams, maždaug, ne instruktoriams, atiems vertintams ir panašiai, kad apgauti ten statistiką ir panašiai. Žodžiu, senos geros Kinijos komunizmo problemos, senos geros, kai skaičiai yra viskas ir tau reikia kažkokį ten, nori kažkokią ar programą, ar privalai, ar nori kažkokią įgyvendinti ir ją įgyvendinio, paskui nesvarbu, ar tai rinkai reikia, ar kažką, tas nesvarbu. Ateina iš viršaus, tu darai. Tai čia dabar kodėl Kiaules paišo juodai. Čia iš tikrųjų nežinau, čia galim paspėlioti, gali būti, kad koks nors ten I don't know, kad apgaut kažką, kad ten ne Kiaulės iš tikrųjų yra. Gal kad I don't fucking know, neįsivaizduoju, kodėl gali reikėti. Gerai. Kad kokie ten, nežinau, kas sensoriai neveiktų, nežinau. Ką man apie UBR istoriją, kas yra UBR, nežinau, tai dabar pažiūrėsim šitą video. Kodėl...
This is a man painting a pig black. And here a man is spraying chili peppers to make them look more red, more sumptuous, more delicious for when you go to the restaurant and eat your meal. This man is wetting.
O tai ką tas URB žiūrėjau tą Malinausko video, aš prisimenu ten, koks ten pavadinimas buvo, jau pamiršau, kažkoks tūpas pavadinimas buvo, bet aš nežinau, ką reiškia UBR, nepamenu, ką reiškia UBR. Bet jo, kai būt nieko nemanau, nes poch man visai.
Cardboard.
Kotletai, va, aš tą prisimenu.
What is going on?
Jo, nežinau.
So what's behind all this nonsense pig painting and cardboard wetting, you might ask? Well, first we need to look at the opening of the Asian Games that happened a few days ago in China. A huge crowd gathered to film the opening fireworks, but...
Uh-oh. Ar China sufeilino fireworkus?
Nothing happened. People at home were astounded by the amazing light show and fireworks, but in reality, it was all fake. None of it was real.
What?
People watching the live coverage of the opening who were actually present at the venue were shocked and amused by the blatant deceit on display.
Jo, negaliu patikėti, kad milžiniškas žmogus nebėga per vandenį. Aš negaliu patikėti, kad... Jo, iš tikrųjų, kad tą augmented reality daro, tai jo, labai populiaru tas ten per Rioto eventus, per Lolo eventus ir panašiai ten, kur... groja muzika ir tipo žiūrovai namie mato ten drakoną praskrendantį arba tas KDA panas tipo šokančias ar panašiai, bet mes suprantam, kad tai tipo augmented tas reality ar kaip jie ten vadina, bet tipo sukuria, bet vertus fejerverkus, kad sufeikins, aš nesitikėčiau kaip ir tipo, bet matai pasirodo, nes kiek realiai žmonių, nežinau, kiek ten milijardai turi tų gyventojų, nežinau, nepamenu tiksliai, kiek čia gyventojų turi? China population 1,4 milijardų buvo, whatever, nesvarbu. Tai, kiek žmonių ateis gyvai? 50, žinai, 100, 200, o, tai yra niekas, tai yra niekas. Tai, kad čia kažkas įdėjo TikToką, pažiūrės milijonų žmonių, tai yra niekas. Ir, tipo, nieks net neįtars. Ir plus čia, ne tos dalykas, kur techniškai turėtų rūpėti, aigės, bet, jo, įdomu, jie kažkur parašo ar praneša, kad mes čia naudojam ar tą... Photoshopą, žinai, naudojam, kad video sukurt.
来了，没有，没有，钱塘江没有。
来到杭州奥体中心体育场上空。
The digital torchbearer is now taking big strides towards the Hangzhou Olympic Sports Center.
承载着亿万人热情的数字火炬手抵达开幕式现场。
So yeah, sitting at home, you'd think this is the most impressive, amazing opening of any games ever. But you know what? It was all fake. Let's get...
Tas dar, kad pačių žmonės feikina, kur ten net tų žmonių nėra. Tipo, nu, realiai jo viskas feikinta. Kad ten ekstra kažką dadeda suprantama, bet čia realiai viskas feikinta.
Back to cardboard wetting and pig painting for a minute here. Before I can fully explain...
Kaip Serpenza mėgsta sakyti, kad Kinijoje yra viskas fasadas? Kokį ten pasakymą tą turi, kad viskas, ką Kinija daro, viskas kaip jie, nu, tą polisį rengia ir panašiai, tai tiesiog fasadas. Tai čia, I guess, link to ir einam vėl.
What's going on? You see, with the cardboard wetting, it's pretty obvious. These recyclers gather cardboard and then sell them to recycling centers who weigh the cardboard and pay according to weight.
Oh.
So wetting the cardboard obviously makes it heavier, and by deceiving the recycling center, these cardboard collectors can cheat and swindle a few more cents per gram. Before we discuss the ridiculous pig painting, a quick word from today's sponsor. You know, there was a time when it was safe to connect up. Unfortunately, those times are over. The internet is a scary place, and that's why I use a VPN. This video is brought to you by the VPN of my choice, Surfshark.
Paintas, nice, man patinka.
What is a VPN? Well, think of it as a secure tunnel that allows you to access anything online without prying eyes or even your internet service provider being able to see what you're doing. You know that incognito window thing? No, that's not hiding anything. A VPN will. VPNs are super useful to anyone who values their privacy and their data, and of course an absolute must-have for those of us who travel or use internet out there in the wild. The thing I like about Surfshark the most is that it provides all of this peace of mind and security without hassling me. Seriously, always keeping me safe and always having my back. The only time I need to fiddle with anything is when I'm choosing a specific server overseas so that I can watch a show that's blocked or unavailable in my country. Give Surfshark a shot. Go to surfshark.deals/SerpentZA and you'll get a massive discount off of a 2-year plan and 3 extra months completely free. And now, back to the show. As for the pig painting, well... in China, people know that pigs are horribly mistreated and pumped full of growth hormones, chemicals, and of course, they're very unhealthy. They're brought up in terrible conditions, often in squalor, being fed very unhealthy food and plastics and who knows what. Black pigs, on the other hand, are a very special type of pig, usually raised in a more free-range and organic way, and therefore, the black pigs sell for a substantial amount more than regular pigs. So these farmers are tricking, defrauding and exploiting their customers down at the market into paying more for regular pork that's just painted black. So why is China so rife with these cons, shams and rip-offs? Let's look at this famous Chinese saying, 能骗就骗. Or, if you can cheat, then cheat.
Okay.
It is sad that cheating and being cheated have become an expected part of everyday life in China, but having lived there for 14 years, I can tell you that everybody is expecting the person at the shop to rip them off. If you go into a market and you want to go buy some shoes, for instance, you're going to be haggling from the get-go. If you don't haggle, you're definitely getting ripped off. It is a part of Chinese life. I've said it before, but China is the land of shortcuts and facades. And it's down to the government. You see, morals have been beaten out of society, and those who stand up for what's right get beaten down. As they say in China, the nail that sticks out gets hammered down. You think I'm kidding? There's a certain generation in China who experienced the starvation and depravity of Mao and his cultural devolution a great leap backwards. And that generation lack morals altogether. They know that it's survival of the cunning, and if they don't grab what they can now, there may be nothing to grab tomorrow, as seen here, as these lost generation goons raid temple offerings. You know how families put out offerings of food and alcohol for the gods and ancestors? Well, these grab hags, as I call them, don't give a shit. If there's something for free, they'll grab it. This behavior is unfortunately passed down to younger generations who grow up witnessing it. So what, you might ask? So what if people in China...
Aišku, čia dvelkia tokiu labai smarkiu atsirinkinėjimu, nes, nu, realiai jaučiu apie bet kokią šalį planetui visoje, kad ir kokia Kinija būtų ten su savo minusais ir panašiai, bet tokių video gali padaryti apie kiekvieną šalį. Nori padaryti apie Lietuvą, kokie lietuviai visi rodo ir kokia tauta debiliška, toli neteit nereikia, žinai, nu, tu gali rasti visokių vairiausių. Rusai, amerikiečiai, tu tiesiog tokį gali padaryti čia. Tokie man video nėra labai, kad patiktų žiūrėti ar kažką, nes tipo, okay, cool.
China are cheating each other. How does it affect me? Well, of course it affects you. How many scandals have we been through in recent years? Poisonous dog food that killed pets abroad. Lead-based paint in toys. Toxic drywall. Hairbands made out of used condoms. Radial tires that come apart being sold in the USA. Toothpaste tainted with diethylene glycol, counterfeit Chinese makeup that contain harmful levels of lead, beryllium, aluminium, and bacteria, Chinese vape juice causing popcorn lung, not to mention the exploding vapes that injured countless people abroad when they exploded and caught on fire. No. This whole Nengpian Jiupian thing affects the entire world, not to mention the devastating effects it has on the people of China. Fake milk powder that killed infants, fake and expired vaccines, and of course the list goes on. No, it's not just a case of people making a quick buck through a light-hearted, fun sort of chicanery. No. This is a societal ill brought about by the poor governance of the CCP, and it's something that is deadly serious. Something we should all pay very close attention to. As any normal human being would do, myself included, I made a lot of excuses for this behavior when I lived in China. I would see the cheating ramp and rife all around me, and I would always put it down to, it's a couple of bad eggs here and there, and of course, you know, it doesn't represent the entirety of Chinese society, and of course it doesn't represent the entirety of society, but it's a big enough problem that it is a huge part of Chinese society, and it's something that we cannot ignore, because if you try to ignore it and make excuses for it, you actually end up hurting people. And that's what my channel is all about. It's helping people understand the pitfalls of China, understand what to avoid so that you can see the good things. And if you walk in blind dealing with China, and it could be anything, it could be a business relationship, it could be buying things off of the internet, it could be anything to do with China. If you walk in blind without the knowledge that this kind of thing permeates throughout the entire society in China, well, you're going to get taken advantage of. You will get cheated. And I hope you learn something and understand why cheating, theft, and deception are so prevalent in daily Chinese life. Thank you once again for watching my videos, and please join me on Friday.
Okay, we got it. It's fine, tipo, visai įdomu tai pažiūrėti, nu, tai taip toks smalsu pažiūrėti, kaip konkrečiai manifestuojasi tos komunistinės šalies, I guess, nepriteklius, pažiūrė, ar ten panašiai, bet jo, čia, nu, jeigu kritikuočiau China, žinai, Kiniją, tikrai nieko neskaičiau, nu, jie, kaip argumentą, tipo, jie Kiaules juodai dažo, nes, tipo, nu, čia cool anekdotinė istorija ir realiai efektas tarsi toksai pasiekmė tokių, bet, nu, galima kritikuoti daug konstruktyviau tą pačią Kiniją ir visą jos režimą.
Koks vakaras ilgas, kaip širdim man gelia. Nuskink man jazminą.